Hello and welcome to Friday, October 23rd, the national holidays for today. I am your host, CK, and this is the national holidays segment. So, if you're enjoying these videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, ring the bell. That way you get notified of anything that comes up, as well as when I go live, which, by the way, I go live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, let's talk about the holidays happening on Friday, October 23rd. First up, we have 5 holidays to celebrate. They are National Boston Cream Pie Day, National Croc Day, National Mole Day, National Paralegal Day, Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day. So here we go. All right, first up, Boston Cream Pie. So the big question is, something for you to ponder while I talk about some historical stuff, is Boston Cream Pie a pie or a cake? Because as you can see in the picture there, it looks very cakey, like it's got cake-like properties, because it literally is a layer of cake, then a layer of cream frosting, then a layer of cake, and then of course the chocolate topping. But anyways, think about that, and I'll talk about the history behind the Boston cream pie. In 1856, French chef Sanzian invents the Boston cream pie for the Parker House Hotel, which, of course, was in Boston, Massachusetts. In 1996, Massachusetts names Boston cream pie the official state dessert. And this was because a high school class from Norton sponsored the bill to make it so. And in 2010, students at the University of Southern New Hampshire created the world's largest Boston cream pie, coming in at 10 feet in diameter and 1.5 feet high. Also, in 2015, Robert Cox published a book on New England pies. I didn't realize there were so many New England pies that needed to have some historical point, but apparently there is. So there you go. You've got Boston cream pies. So, back to the question. Is Boston cream pie a pie or is it a cake? So, here's the deal. Historically, cake and pie apparently was interchangeably, like back in the day. And the reason it was is because there was really only one, pie pan. And then eventually a cake pan came out, but by then Boston cream pie had already been established, so therefore it remains the Boston cream pie. But either way, it's a dessert, and we shouldn't really argue over is it a pie or is it a cake. So that's what I have for Boston cream pie. Now, on to National Crocs Day. This also is an interesting one because most people, well, I shouldn't say most, there's a heavily divided Crocs are good, Crocs are bad kind of thing. Or more like people love Crocs or people hate Crocs. And hate might be a strong word. Dislike. Strongly dislike. So where do you fall in that camp? Are you yay for Crocs or nay for Crocs? Me, personally, it's a big no. I don't understand the appeal. I don't think they're even, design. I don't even like the design of them in general. So let's just start with that. I just don't find it an appealing, visually appealing shoe. Anyways, back in 2002, when Crocs came to be, they actually debuted at a Florida Fort Lauderdale boat show, because originally it was supposed to be a boat shoe, and the first shoe they made was beach, and it did really well. They sold 200 shoes pretty much in the first 2 days, I think, of the event. Then in 2004, Crocs buys Foam Creations company, which enabled them to secure the rights to make the foam-based resin that it's called Croslite. And that is what's used to make apparently the nice foamy feel of the shoe. Then apparently, the Crocs are so good that they end up in the White House or worn by presidential folks, such as President George W. Bush, and of course, First Lady Michelle Obama and her daughters. So maybe I need to rethink the shoe if it's got some presidential appeal. And then in 2008, Crocs buys Byte Footwear and comes out with the Crocs golf shoe Ace. Again, no, stop it, Crocs. Don't do it. But did they stop? No, because in 2018, they said, you know what? Let's make a high heel Croc. And of course, it sold out almost immediately. Yeah. Who knew there was such a demand for high heel Crocs? But there was. So where do you stand again? On the Crocs versus no Crocs. And then next, it's National Mole Day. Now, this is not about the little creature that lives in the ground. This is about Avogadro, hopefully I got his name right, who hypothesized this equation that's a chemistry equation that basically calculates the weight of a molecule, which is called a mole. And his equation basically is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And so typically this day is celebrated between 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m., which is kind of cool. And then in 1985, Delaware science teacher Margaret Christoph wrote an article talking about how she kind of made this day called Mole Day to celebrate Avogadro's hypothesis, or the Avogadro law. And then she had her students do activities that used his law. Again, it wasn't an official holiday, she just wrote about it. And then in 1991, a teacher, Maurice Euler, created National Mole Day, who was inspired by the article written a few years earlier from Miss Christoph. And that is how we have National Mole Day. And each year, National Mole Day has a theme. In 2017, the theme was Molevengers, obviously to pay homage to the Avenger franchise and the superheroes. This year, the theme is Molezilla. And that's what I have about the National Mole Day. Next, we talk about paralegals. So, in 1973, the National Association of Legal Assistants, NALA, produced a series of seminars and workshops to help support other paralegals, which is kind of cool because back then paralegals didn't really have there was no proper training per se, there was no certification process, but it was really cool to see paralegals come together that had experience to help other paralegals, so that's really neat. And then in 1981, on October 23rd, the state of Texas, the U.S. Bar Association, creates the first division of paralegals called the Paralegal Division of the State Bar of Texas. And in 1988, the governor of California, George Deukmejian, signed a proclamation declaring officially California's Paralegal Day. Then the NFPA launches their first website dedicated to the paralegal profession in 1995. And in 2017, Ontario, Canada, licensed paralegals, giving them an actual place in the law process, which is kind of cool. And finally, Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day. Now, there's really not a lot of historical background to this one. Don't know where it came. Don't know really when it started. However, what I do know is there apparently are a set of laws or rules when it comes to National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day. So here they are. Rule number 1. You can only slap one person per hour for each offense. Meaning, annoying coworker A comes in, it's 8 o'clock. Just their mere presence apparently is annoying, go ahead and slap them. Then they pull out some stinky breakfast food, which again is annoying, that stinks up the office, go ahead and slap them again. And you can continue doing this for each other offense that apparently annoys you. Now, rule number 2. You can slap anyone who tries to intervene, to include your boss. However, I do give you a word of caution. If you choose to do this, be aware there could be some consequences. And then rule number 3. No, not everyone gets slapped. And guess what? You got to keep the slapping in the workplace and within the work hours, okay? This doesn't give you free reign to just go around and slap anyone nilly-willy. You actually have to do this politely, gently, okay? You can't just go out there and hit anyone you want. So keep this in mind when you are slapping people. Okay, don't get on your commuter train or where you're walking out on the street or whatever and just start randomly slapping people. Keep the slapping in the workplace and with your coworker. All right, that's all I have for the National Slap Your Coworker or Annoying Coworker Day. And that's all of the national holidays for Friday, October 23rd. Which one was your favorite? I would say for me, it would be the Boston cream pie. If you enjoy these videos and you want to see more, make sure you ring the bell, subscribe, and of course, give me a like and let me know in the comments what was your favorite. Are you a Crocs versus no Crocs fan? Where do you fall? Should Boston cream pie be called a cake? And what do you think about Mole Day? All right, that's all I have. Oh, and a reminder. That's why this guy's here. Mandalorian Season 2 is coming soon in 6 hours, 11, or 6 days, 11 minutes, 57. Well, let's try this again. In 6 days, 11 hours, 52 minutes, and the seconds are ticking away. I hope you're excited. All right, talk to you all later. Bye-bye.